when we're talking about yung flow natin is between different zone, ang tawag natin doon interzone. Pag ang flow natin is within the same zone, is intrazone lang siya. So, which is control din siya, gaya nga yung natake natin kanina. Control.
Things I can't decide if I should keep it or just throw it away. I'm so uncomfortable with this feeling. The mirror's telling me that I'll never win.
So tonight, we're gonna test yung yung security zones and yung intra and inter zone. So yun, let's dig deep. So dito HTTP lang siya. So mas best is use yung yung secure, which is HTTPS. Then disable nyo yung HTTP. So dito discuss lang natin yung about zoning. So zoning and yung difference niya or purpose ng zones natin.
We see that we've got the DMZ inside and outside. These are simple physical interfaces that were configured in the outer areas. These interfaces are not associated with any zone.
Yung mga these interfaces are or not aren't part of any zone. So let's try to create a new zone. Let's say LAN or internal zone.
Let's call it N.
And then do we already have policy for this one? Reference. Okay. So we cannot assign an interface if yung interface already has a reference na nakasign sa kanya na port address and LAN to firewall na policy. So we can try to disable this one or to delete. Okay, so meron tayo nito. So try muna natin siya i-delete. So let's delete this policy. So and then verify natin yung interface. So once binalidate natin siya sa interface, dapat nabawasan yung reference niya. And then port address. Let's try to create a zone. So name ng zone natin is internal zone. Then add a member. So yun, pwede na natin i-attach si port 3. So yun, before tayo mag-create ng zone and mag-add tayo ng specific logical or physical interface, we need to make sure na hindi pa siya nagagamit or naka-reference to any of the policy or any rules. So by the way guys, yung gagawin nating lab ngayon is itatry lang natin yung zoning and yung difference between inter and intra-zone and ano yung effect niya sa setup natin. Okay, so try na lang natin itong gawin na LAN. So instead na 1, so makikita nyo yung difference dito. Yung 1 may estimated bandwidth siya. So isa to sa difference ng mga interfaces na na rule. Meron kasi tayong LAN DMZ. So iba-iba din yung difference nito. So i-run through lang natin yung LAN. By default, for example, meron siyang so LLDP. So for example, ito LLDP niya is naka-on siya or naka-default siya, enabled by default. Sa 1, tingnan natin. So sa 1, use BDOM settings, which is sa BDOM settings natin naka-disable siya. And then DMC, same din yung settings natin ng LLDP. And this one, undefined. So LAN, let's go through LAN. So pwedeng natin gawin tong LAN. Tapos gawin natin siyang segment 10.1 and yeah, sige, 254 hindi na doon. I think regardless naman yung IP address natin. So gayahin na lang natin kung ano yung nasa sub interface ko. Or wala ako nakalagay dito. Meron naman pala. VLAN 10. So VLAN 10 or VLAN 88 yung anyways, wala namang kaso to. Show VLAN. So nasa 88 siya. So maglalagay na lang tayo ng IP sa 88. So pwede tayo maglagay ng 10.1.1.254/24. So ito na yung gagamitin natin. So lagay natin siya sa same zone. Sa zone, gumawa tayo ng internal zone, ilagay natin yung port number 3. Hindi natin malalagay yung port number 2 kasi naka-reference na siya sa policy. Sa SD1 policy natin yung port. So, tanggalin natin si port 2. Bakit nag-error pa rin? Virtual one link. Name. Okay. Dito siya sa kabila. Delete. Yan. Dito na siya. Hindi delete. So, yun. Nabawasan siya. So, dito, ayun, i-add natin yung port 2 as dun sa zone. So, importante lang hindi siya naka-reference dun sa any of the policy. Okay. Tama ba? Dito na. Port 2. Okay, in-add na natin si port 2. VLAN 88 kasi siya eh. So, kailangan natin dito mag-configure ng VLAN 88. Show interface VLAN 88. IP address. No shot. So, ping natin si .254. Dapat mapiping natin si .254. Okay. So, ang kailangan natin i-test dito is yung intra-zoning. So, see guys, so yung port number 2 natin, port number 2 natin, port number 2 and port number 3 are both under ng internal. So, internal zone. Internal zone. So, ano ba yung effect niya pag internal zone? Nasa same internal zone siya. Yung setup natin dito is intra-zone because yung port 1 and port 2 is nasa same zone. So, let's try to run a reachability test kung ano yung effect nun. Pero bago lahat, since separate or different segment siya, kailangan natin mag-add ng default route dun sa MPLS and dun sa isang router natin. Router na lang, disregard nyo lang ng name kasi gagamitin lang natin ito to test. 20.254 ba yun? Okay, 20.254. Ping natin to. 254. Okay, reachability. Okay naman yung reachability na. So, pwede nyo ilagay dito if para hindi tayo just for testing purposes lang, pwede nyo ilagay dito yung target destination lang natin which is 20. So 20.0.255.0 dapat K254 siya. Yan. So kay MPLS naman, yun naman sa router natin, target naman niya is si 10 series. Si 10 series na 10.0.255.255.0.254. Okay. So the main reason kung bakit hindi natin napiping is try natin i-check yung logs. Makikita siya sa logs. Kung lalabas by default yung logs natin sa so hindi siya lumalabas yung logs. So check natin sa interface sa SD1 natin. Eto, naka-enable yung block intrazone traffic natin. So by default, mabablock yung intrazone natin, yung especially yung dito sa different interfaces na to between port 2 and port 3. So try natin siya enable or disable. Let's see kung ano yung magiging effect. Yun. So naping mo na siya. So yun yung purpose nung block nung intrazone. So meaning, even though na nasa same zone tayo, FortiGate will not allow or permit yung communication between other interfaces. Ngayon, dito sa topology natin, dapat ganito yung gusto ko pang i-test dito. Gusto ko pang mangyari dito is communication between intrazone but same interface. So, same interface, for example, ito si port 3, mayroon tayong VLAN 1, VLAN 2. Nasa same internal siya, internal zone, and naka-enable din yung block natin, yung block intrazone traffic. So, ang rule kasi is same interface siya. So, different subnet. So, dapat ito maa-allow pa rin even though na naka-block yung intrazone. So, however, same yung case natin, both yung port 3 and port 2 nilagay natin sa same zone. Nasa same zone siya, but it's still getting blocked dahil dito sa intra-block policy natin. Okay? So, yan, intrazone traffic, block intrazone traffic. So, yan, yung ano niya. So, however, hindi natin matetest tong scenario na to, pero dapat ma-allow siya even though na naka-enable yung block intrazone traffic mo. Ano ba yung purpose ng ano ba yung purpose nung zone? So, yung purpose ng zone natin is ano lang siya, ginugroup lang natin yung interfaces into one logical network segment. So, for example, may LAN internet ka, may LAN 1 ka, may internet ka. So, ginagamit natin siya to build a logical network. So, use yung group interfaces, so ganun. So, if meron kang smaller network, let's say may smaller network ka and meron ka lang dalawang interfaces, isang inside and outside, technically hindi mo naman siya pwedeng, okay lang naman kahit hindi mo siya gawa ng zone. Like for example, G001 to G000 or vice versa, gagawa lang tayo, mag-create lang tayo ng policy for G00 to reach yung G01, for example. So, yung zoning ginagamit natin pag merong multiple, or pagdating sa scaling, for example, mag-scale ka, meron kang multiple interfaces dito, G00, G002 naman to, ito naman G003. So, instead na mag-create ka ng policy for each interface, like for example, policy for G003 to reach G002. So, you can define or create a zone. Now, for example, ito, si zone internal is itong member niya, G00 and G003. And ito naman si zone 1 or internet is G002. And then mag-create ka lang ng policy for internal to one zone, for example. So, interzone naman yung ano mo dun, setup natin dito. So, when we're talking about yung flow natin is between different zone na, ang tawag natin ng interzone. Pag ang flow natin is within the same zone, is intrazone lang siya. So, which is controlled din siya, gaya nga yung natakin natin kanina, control siya via dun sa block intra traffic. So,